I was gonna say, welcome to Bleav in Falcons, but like that deep inhale, I couldn't believe that I'm about to talk about us losing again, Mike. Again, Bleav in Falcons is done by FanDuel, and I don't know if maybe we were supposed to lose because Vegas wanted us to, and there's somebody in there that doesn't want us to win. I don't know. With all the betting scandals in the NBA and kind of going to the NFL, like it makes you now wonder. You question the games because it doesn't make sense, Mike, that a team this good will lose against a Dolphins team. It didn't make sense that we lost against the Panthers. It doesn't make sense that we're even in this situation to where we're talking about, is this Falcons team even as good as we thought they originally were? There are people calling for the head coach's job. There are people calling for us to blow it all up. And this is a team that showed us at times their playoff caliber against the Vikings, against the Bills. And now losing back-to-back, like it's almost like I was doom scrolling for like almost an hour yesterday, just watching and listening and hear about some of the reactions of people to the Falcons loss. And it was visceral because this is at home. I don't know if it was the worst Falcons loss ever in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but it was about to be. Before we scored that touchdown, I know they were showing it on the TV. It was about to be the worst Falcons loss ever. And not only has Arthur Blank not had a winning season in this billion-dollar stadium, now he's having one of the worst seasons ever with one of the most talented teams, Mike. It's not good.
Whoa, man, that was one of the you just threw me for a loop there. Now it's one of the worst seasons ever.
I mean, no, in the new stadium.
In the new stadium, right? In the new stadium, right?
Because we had so much potential. Because we had so much potential. Like Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota, we knew that wasn't going to be a good season. We hoped to be great, but with Kirk Cousins and with our freaking new franchise guy Michael Penix, and we're having this season with Drake London, Bijan. We're having this season with Jesse Bates, AJ, and we're having a new Jeff Ulbrich-led defense. We're having this season. This could be one of the worst Falcons seasons if we don't turn the ship around.
Okay, I'm saying, compared to 2 weeks ago, we was the.
I know, right? We were so excited. We were so excited.
We was talking to town. We was talking to town. We was out there. And the media loving us. The Falcons are for real. We're this. We're that. We're a great football team, right?
We were partying, Mike. We
raising the roof. We know what I'm saying. We butterflying, tootsie rolling. You know what I'm saying?
You couldn't stop us. Like, I knew. I think I probably said, we're a playoff team, Michael Turner. We're a playoff team. We might win a playoff game. Right. I said it last year, and I said that after the Bills game, because I'm like, yo, have you seen? We were attacking the QB. We were getting 3-4 sacks. We got there intercepting the ball.
Right. Yeah, remember that?
We was doing some big things, Mike, against the mighty Josh Allen and a team that supposedly was going to the playoffs. So if we're beating playoffs team, it's understandable for us to think that we're a playoff team as well. But that's not the case. Or is it?
It's not.
Or is it?
I don't know, man. I'm confused, man. I don't know what this Falcon team is. I don't know our identity. I don't know who we are. I don't know if are we not being prepared to play the football game? Are we not mature enough to show up every week in and week out? Because we're supposed to beat. Come on, man. FanDuel had us favored as touchdown favorites.
Everyone had his favorites. Everyone had us as favorites. Every single show that I watched. I love watching the NFL networks and the ESPNs and the Fox Sportses and all the podcasts. They all had us. The 49ers, that was just a blip on the radar. These Falcons are going to get right on the Dolphins. And we talked about it, Mike. We talked about not being the get right game for everybody else. What happened? What happened?
We was Falcon dinner. Get right. They're getting ready to get us, and we did. We talked about it. We was like, we cannot let this team that's in disarray.
Yeah.
Where they had all the headlines. They were talking about firing their coach.
Yes.
They were talking about moving on from their quarterback.
Yes.
They were talking about locker room, this and that, not people not showing up in meetings and all this other stuff that's going on in their room. And what we say, we can't focus on them. We got to focus on us because we got stuff to clean up. We're not perfect. We had lace some eggs earlier in the season, like against Carolina. So we should have learned our lesson how we got to be prepared each week. Is any given Sunday. You got to show up and play football, man. You got to show up and play. We just can't roll our helmets out there and think we're going to win. Nobody cares about us. Nobody is scared of us.
No, they ain't shaking in their boots. They ain't scared about the Falcons, the mighty Falcons. They are laughing. They're laughing at us, Mike, because all the talent that we have, all of the freaking skill players, the big guys, the Pro Bowlers that we have, and we can't find a way to play just a semblance of high quality football. If we're not making mistakes, we're missing routes, missing throws, we're missing tackles. It was hard to watch on several levels. Again, this is not and somebody asked me about this when somebody texted me. It was like, "Hey, you going to talk about the Falcons, or you going to give the Homer's take?" I was like,
"The Homer's take."
The Homer's take. I was like, I see what I see. I say what I say. And frankly, as a player, I expect if I play bad, don't butter me up and say, well, it wasn't that bad, Michael. No. You only fumbled a little bit, or Michael, you only had 10 yards in the first half, and that's okay because you're a good guy. I like your haircut, and you have a good heart. No, I want somebody to tell me the truth about what I did as a fullback. Did I not maintain my block? Did I go the wrong way? Did I enter the wrong gap? If I did something wrong, I can't get better unless somebody's honest with me. And so the media being as tough as they are, every real player should understand we earned that. We deserve that. We brought that upon ourselves.
Yeah.
What they're saying is not wrong. And they're going to add a little extra on it because that's what the media does. But, as a player, I'm going to say what I saw. I saw a bad Falcons team out there. I saw a team that from the coaches to the players to the coordinators to everyone in between. Blame the water girls too. Like everybody
gets a piece of this loss, Ovie.
Yeah.
As far as a player, I'm saying I put myself in that locker room. I'm saying this is an embarrassing loss. Embarrassing. Like, and as far as the running back is concerned, like we're going to get one of the worst rushing defenses in the National Football League.
Let's talk about this, Mike.
You're right. So, like, when I'm supposed to be like as an offensive line, tight ends, include everybody that's involved in blocking, I'm licking my chops. Okay, these guys don't want to hit. These guys don't want to bang. These guys are giving up big yards on the ground week in and week out. We acted like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't put in the words. We did not show up. We came out flat, was not prepared to play. I'm saying we're looking like times, man, we didn't practice. We don't know what we're going to do in the run game. How are we going to have 1 yard rushing in the first quarter, in the whole first quarter? 1 yard rushing. And this is supposed to be our bread and butter.
Mr. Michael Turner. 1 yard rushing in the quarter?
1 yard rushing.
And so, again, we're two running backs. We're two elite running backs. Again, some said best running back and fullback in the Falcons franchise history. Definitely the rest running back duo. So we can speak on this, Mike. Never, ever in my 6 years with the Falcons, in my 10 years in the NFL, have I been on a team that's had 1 yard rushing in a quarter. Never have I ever. And we talked about before getting shut out. And with the Panthers, I said, I checked and looked. I said, have I been on a team that's ever had 0 points? I haven't. No. I don't think you have either.
Right.
To mentally allow a team to dominate you to the point where you can't get 1 yard. Shoot, I can get a yard. I can get as a fullback. They don't have fullbacks. So that's another question.
Right. But
I can get a yard. I can get 1 yard.
A QB sneak can get 1 yard.
And so, again, it's on the O-line. It's on the running backs. It's on the tight ends. But it's also on Zach Robinson. We were singing Zach's praises because he came down off of his high perch and came down to kind of rub elbows with the regular folk. But it helped him, just not this game. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if it's a predictable thing. People will, talk trash about the pistol when it's not working, as we did. But when it's working, you're like, oh, okay, maybe the pistol works. Maybe it's okay. It's all right. But I don't know whether it's the pistol. I don't know whether it's Zach calling the plays. I don't know whether we just forgot how to block. But at the end of the day, results are results, and that result is atrocious. It is indefensible. It is a problem.
No, that wasn't scheme. That was a lack of effort.
Ooh.
That was a team being lackadaisical going out there on the football field. That's a team not being prepared, not being ready to play, not being ready to show up. Because that loss right there is worse than the Carolina loss. Even though we put up some points, we should have learned from Carolina. We should learn from Carolina. Like, we got to show a weekend. This is the NFL, any given Sunday. We can't stress that enough. It's any given Sunday. And in order to be a good team, which I don't know we good. Remember, you were saying great last week.
I was saying great. I was saying great. I sure was.
I said, no, we got great potential.
There you
go. Now I don't know if we're even good right now. I can't say we good. We're not good. We're not good. We're not good. No, we need some reality. We need a dose of reality. These guys it's too much massaging of the shoulders out there.
It is.
It is. No, we got to end all that. Because you know what I'm saying, in order to be good, you got to show up week in and week out, no matter who's on that football field, no matter who's the starting quarterback. Now, look at the situation we're in. Our starting quarterback is hurt, but our backup is getting paid over $100 million.
Michael, I was almost wishing and dreading the quarterback controversies that was going to occur, because I'm like, Kirko Chain's cousin is about to eviscerate this defense.
Right.
Kirko Chains is about to come back here, and he's been waiting for his opportunity.
Wait for opportunity.
Excited to get a chop, get a bite out of his chance to show he's still a top-tier quarterback in this league. It's about to be 3, 4, 5 touchdowns, 500 yards, about to happen again. Kirk did nothing. Kirk did nothing. Get it? Drake London was out. He was hurt. I get it. But still, Kirk Cousins was getting touchdowns with Cardero Hodge last year with beating the Bucks and getting 500 yards. So I'm like, just on his strength alone, the quarterback is the most important position on the football field. With a great quarterback, you can do stuff with mediocre everything else. We had supposedly a top tier, one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. I think like the fourth most yards fourth most yards as far as active QBs. They said Kirk Cousins on his own strength should have won us the game. Kirk Cousins did not do that. So I don't know what happened, but I think it made it impossible for us now to trade Kirk Cousins, because when a team unless the team's in dire straits, but when the Bengals wanted the quarterback, they said, Joe Flacco, can you come over here? They didn't call Kirk Cousins.
Right. No,
they didn't try, as far as I know, to get Kirk Cousins. They said, oh, Flacco, you good? All right, come on over.
Right.
So I don't know, man.
On the short notice, he looks better than Kirk Cousins. They even know the playbook. And Flacco went out there and performed well against the team. You know what I'm saying? But when your backup quarterback is in, that's when you're supposed to rely on that heavy on the run game. We're supposed to came in with the mentality of we're gonna run it down their throats. You didn't see it. It was no effort out there. Everybody was lackadaisical. It was flat from start to finish.
Yeah,
no energy out there, no effort. I didn't see any effort out there. I think like Miami just went out there and just took the game from us. You know what I'm saying? It was and put us out early. It was like we was deflated early. It was not going into halftime. All right, we were going to regroup, come back and pull up a little Falcon, come back, win a little
magic. I want a little razzle dazzle.
It
was
no moment in that game we felt like we was going to win that football game. No moment, not one single moment, not one.
You're right. I mean, the little bit of moments where I thought maybe we can do a comeback, I was like, yo, Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitson. He caught for Kirk Cousins' first 3 passes, and he was getting open. I was like, oh, this is the Kyle Pitts get right game, because Drake London's out. Kyle Pitts is about to have a day.
He was making catches early and often. He was getting his catches in. You know what I'm saying? But no, I think what killed us. I think what killed the momentum. I know we was already down, but we was going into the red zone. We was about to score a touchdown, and our MVP, fumbled the football.
Let's talk about that, Mike. Let's talk about that. What happens when your top players don't play at a top tier level? What happens when the guy, like, I think maybe one game I can think of where Matt Ryan had a bad game and we lost out the game, obviously. But Matt Ryan, he's a human being. Your top players gonna have bad games, right. But you can have a bad game to the point where we can't come back to that. We can't find a way to come back. And it's like we'd have to break down the film to see, was it the offensive line? Was it Bijan? How does the Bijan Robinson get 1 yard in the quarter? How does the Bijan Robinson allow his team to have 10 yards in the quarter? I can probably look up your stats, Mike, and I don't want the old guys who compare, but I don't know if there's ever a half in your life where you had 10 yards. Maybe there was. Maybe there was.
Maybe it was. I'm thinking of a Carolina game we were struggling on the ground. One game out of 10.
If it happened, it was
maybe. I would have to go dig it up. I think we was on the road in Carolina. I think we did terrible on the run game.
We did have a rough game. So I mean, again, it's Matt Ryan, Ovie Mughelli.
No, it happens. It happens though. But
it happens. You bounce back.
I can't name a time of us coming off a loss and not showing up the next game looking terrible all the way around.
Or us getting shut out early in the season, which never happened. But us getting shut out early in the season and then letting a game like this occur.
Never.
We already getting shut out against a horrible opponent. The next time we play a horrible opponent, there is no way I'm not getting up for a 1-6 Dolphins team, because the last time I didn't get up for a Panthers team, I got my butt kicked. And so, Mike, when it happens the first time, it's like, all right, it was a fluke. But when it continues to happen, that's why people are calling for a coach to get fired. They're like, hey, you fired the wide receiver coach, and the receivers weren't the reason we lost that game. And you just want to fire somebody. I get it. Now, it's actually almost plausible for you to fire a coach, because to lose against that team, to not be prepared against that team, to already have what happened against the Panthers happen, and you still didn't prepare against this team, that's where people say you got to fire somebody. They're asking for Zach Robinson's head. They're even asking for Raheem's head. I don't think we're there yet. Now, if a streak happens, we talk about streaking in a good way, didn't happen. We about to be streaking in a bad way. We have a streak in a bad way. Those calls will get really, really strong. I'm never for firing anybody, because I know how it feels to lose my job. But it's very hard to justify getting paid to make sure this doesn't happen when this is happening over and over again. We're looking unprepared. We're looking like you mentioned we didn't practice. We're looking like we're not the team that we are, which is a playoff team. And so again, poor Mr. Blank up there, like just like, I need him to be doing his little arm dance, his little punch in the air, excited and happy.
He hasn't done that in a long time. He hasn't done that in a long time, Obi.
He hasn't. He's
earned
the right with all of his investments in this team and Terry Fontenot, who brought some great pieces to the puzzle, and picking Raheem and having this play in the state. We got great stadium. We got great food. We have a great atmosphere, but we don't have a great team bringing us some great wins. It's just not happening.
Man, I'm still in disbelief. I'm still shell shocked, Obi. And you're talking about Raheem, where people's calling for his head. Like, because sometimes it got to go to the top, because it's something you can't explain, Obi. It's something you can't explain. Us not showing up. It was like prime time last week on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, it was a struggle game. It was a battle, but we were in the ball game. You bounce back this week against a Miami team that's, so like we said, they're talking about cleaning house. They missing their players.
Yeah.
It's not like they came full. You know what I'm saying?
Tyreek ain't there.
Fully loaded.
Tyreek Hill ain't there.
No Tyreek Hill. No Waller. That had a resurgent season so far. You know what I'm saying? They're missing guys on defense. Like, and they're already terrible on defense. Like, what are we doing? Like, we should have been like, don't give them hope. This is one of those games. Don't give them hope. We're gonna come out firing all cylinders. We at home. Let's do this. Let's end their hopes and dreams early. Let's put them in the funk early, because when a team's losing like that, like week in and week out, they're looking for a reason to quit. They're looking for a reason to relax. They're looking for like, this is gonna be another game. Let's get this 60 minutes over with. Let's get this beat down over with that we're gonna receive, and let's go home. Let's go home on a plane. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
they showed up. They showed up hitting us in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I told you, Obi, like, when we say like a team like this is gonna get their last effort, their last little, this our hero's chance, like, all right, I'm gonna do one for the Gipper, like, yeah. Like, and if this doesn't work, then okay, I'm gonna quit the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Because if they would have lost this game, their season really over.
Toasted. 1, 2, 3. Cancun.
Yeah, they're booking flights right now. They're on Priceline.com. So you know what I'm saying? But we're the Falcons, the mighty Falcons.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody saying we're great, we're for real, we're top 5 defense, we're this, we're that. We got Bijan in the MVP candidate race. You know what I'm saying? He's got the most yards from scrimmage. All that was null and void Sunday. We looked horrible. We don't look like a team that knows how to play. We don't have no identity. I can't even tell you what's our basic formation. Like, we know the basic formation is pistol, but what is our identity as far as running the football? What's our go-to? What's our bread and butter?
Our identity is get the ball to Bijan and close our eyes and just pray something good happens. Our identity is get the ball to Bijan and hope he does some type of spin, zippity doo-dah, jump over somebody and score for us.
He was about to, but he he doing all this shifting the movement. He ends up hitting the football out his whole hand with with his knee. Trying to work his magic. And
I was like, who hit the ball? What happened? Was it one of those a peanut punch? And it was his own knee. He looked at his knee like, come on, knee, come on. I trusted you.
Right.
We're friends.
Right. So that's what deflated us. Like, because we was going in to score. If we would have got the touchdown there, our momentum, it would have been swung back to us. We got the crowd back into it. Okay, we would have been down like 3 points or whatever. But no, boom, we fumble, and they immediately go down the field, march down the field, and score a touchdown. Yeah. So it's like, that's deflating. We was in the red zone, Obi. We was in the red zone, about to punch it in. We get a fumble, we get a turnover, and that's the time where the defense is supposed to step up, get the ball back. All right, at least 3 points, not a touchdown. No. They made it look. We were Swiss cheese on defense yesterday.
Swiss cheese, but Mike, it was bad all the way around, and at this point, there are people who want to delete the Falcons. They probably want to delete me and you. Yeah. They don't want to hear nothing about Falcons.
Definitely delete that game. We got 2 games to try to delete. We can't delete it. It's stuck in our brain forever.
No,
and we got a company called Delete Me. Delete Me. Oh my goodness, can you delete me, Falcons? Okay. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. And we were vulnerable yesterday, Obi.
We were. I mean, here's the thing. These data brokers out there, people in the dark web, the black web, the not so great web, they're trying to buy your private details, get your information. It's the reason that we all now get these spam calls and get these random people just calling and texting us, hey, how you doing? I missed you. Hey, they're getting so good, Mike. I'm almost like, who is this again? I'm like, nope, I'm not going to do it, because they just want to get into your information, my information, our family's information, Social Security, all that stuff. And I'm not going to let it happen because I'm working with Delete Me.
Okay. And, and we got a special offer for our listeners out there. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discount offer for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go in to join deleteme.com/PRO. Use the promo code PRO at checkout. The only way to get 20% off, y'all, is to join deleteme.com/PRO. Enter the code PRO at checkout. That's deleteme.com/PRO, code PRO. And yesterday was not PROs.
No, it wasn't the pro. It was bad. We haven't talked about defense at all. We had a couple good things that we saw. What was it? Brandon Dorless, Caden Ellis, a couple TFLs, tackles for losses. Had some big plays, which was great. But the problem was that spark didn't show up as much as we wanted to. D. Alford played decent. Ruka Rororo played all right. But the ugly was just so ugly. We had everything. Special teams. Marquise Williams has his team usually doing great. But, we did not have anything special occur. We need a spark. When offense and defense is struggling, every now and then we get that spark on special team. A big return, or hey, punch the ball out and kick off a cover, or something like that. But it was just bad play after bad play after bad play. And rather than having someone on that team stop it, we couldn't find a spark. We couldn't find somebody to help us out. And Mike, I hope it doesn't go from bad to worse, but there are things that happen that make it easier to win games and things that happen that make it harder to win games. What happens that makes it harder is when you have an away game, when you have a far away game, when you have a game in Germany where your schedule is going to be off, where the timing is going to be off, where every part of the rhythm that you enjoy or that you use to make yourself be ready to play the game, that's going to be thrown off the schedule, off the rails. And so now it's going to be not only against a pretty good team, the Colts, right? We're playing?
Yeah, we're playing the Colts next week.
In Germany.
No, we're playing New England next week.
Sorry, New England. Good.
We're playing New England next week.
Good.
We're playing New England next week.
Forget what I said about that. New England next week is still going to be an issue. New England beat the gosh darn Bills.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did last week, but we took up the Bills
a couple weeks ago, and then I had a good game against Cleveland yesterday. But Cleveland is Cleveland. We don't know what they are. We don't know what they are.
All I know is that we have to get it together, and this is going to be.
But we are on the road. We getting out of Atlanta, going on the road, going against New England.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel, he's going to have his team ready to play. That's one thing I can trust. His team going to be ready to play. His team is not going to lay an egg. They're going to show some effort. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's going to be a struggle. We're going to beat this. Going to be a struggle. It's not going to be a blowout. It's not. You know what I'm saying? No, he's going to fight week in, week out. We haven't had that fight in our team yet.
No.
Teams are just whooping us now, Ovie.
Whooping us. Whoop that.
It's not like no last second field goal, no mismanagement of this or that. It's like maybe we had that a little bit last week against San Fran, but really San Fran had us the whole game. They controlled the whole game. We was trying to fight, scratch and claw our way back in and try to steal a win there. But against this Dolphins team, a blowout, Ovie?
Yeah.
A blowout.
Michael.
Almost a shutout.
Yeah. We had 3 points. It was 34-3. And I was like, I like number 34. It's my number, but I don't like the 3. that part bothers me. And again, it was about to be one of the worst losses in the stadium. Against one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Right.
That's what always I come back to, because it doesn't make sense how the bad teams are beating us and we're beating the good teams. And I can only go back to, well, part of it's coaching, part of it is the leadership on the team. Like, how do you allow it to happen a second time? How do you allow practice to not be, up tempo like it's a Super Bowl? Every game should be a Super Bowl. You should not need a Sunday or Monday night to play well. You shouldn't need that.
Right.
You shouldn't. Not at this level.
You shouldn't. And we got to get back to the basics, man, of how do you win football games? Running, blocking, tackling. So and like we did not do that on any level. Our blocking is horrible. Our pass protection is horrible. Our run blocking is horrible. On defense, we giving up explosive plays. When we said against this Miami defense, Miami offense, they depend on big plays. They depend on the razzle dazzle, explosive plays. What I'm saying, week in and week out. And without Tyreek Hill, we'll think that'll be we had that. What I'm saying, at a minimum. But no, their offense look great against our top 5 so-called defense. They look great. They look unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So where do we go from here, Ovie? Where do we go from here?
Where we got to go is back to the drawing board, Mike. This is if me and you were in the locker room, if we were still playing this wonderful game of NFL football, it would be a time for a players only meeting. If they haven't had one already, I feel like they should have had like 3 at this point. But if they haven't had one already, they need to have their first players only meeting, because at a certain point, the coaches can write up anything. But I talked about it. I was talking to my one of my cousins about how I used to enjoy when they knew the play, we knew the play. I'm like, hey, just stop me. I'm waving the line back. I was like, hey, I'm going to see you in like 5 seconds. I see you very soon. I'm coming. And I'm very excited to go out there and just hit him in the mouth. He knew I knew the whole line. Run a 42 ice, run the same play over and over again, or power eye, same play every time. We have to get to the point to where we don't have to be cute. We don't have to create the trickery. We just say, you know what? We're going to have like 10 plays, run the same 10 plays, and you probably don't know what they are, but we're going to stop you. And
Right.
I want that to be our MO. I feel like we got a decent lineup to where we can do that. We can out muscle people, we can out physical people, and some of the games we've won, we've done that. So that's the only place I would think we can go now to get back on the winning side. Because right now, people are watching the film of us playing terrible and saying, I'm gonna do the same thing the Dolphins did the same thing the Panthers did, the same thing every team that's beaten us or taken us to the wire. So the only way for us to beat that is to be more physical, I think.
Be more physical, yes, of course. And then, get a true identity, because outside of one game, we haven't looked great on offense. Outside 1.5, we looked great 1.5 against Buffalo. Maybe Washington game. Maybe Washington.
Yeah.
Maybe. I give you that. Maybe. But other than that, right? No, I'm just because we've been. It was like either it's too much Bijan, or too much depending on the defense to be top 5.
Yeah.
There's no middle. It's like we got to go, like you said, we got to get 10 plays that we do good, that we can run, that we can call more than once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we too cute sometimes on offense, and it was like, the one play call. It was like third and 10, and we did a screen to Kyle Pitts, like a quick screen. Like, really? Is that what we coming out with?
I just didn't understand what that was about. I was like, is this
like,
a joke?
really, like, come on. We got Kirk Cousins, let him drop back for the pass and give him options to throw somewhere. Like, he's getting paid over $100 million. Like, give us a true chance. It was like that was like a give up. All right, Kyle Pitts, here you go. Get 10 yards. And let's see we can make something happen.
Yeah, and again, like we didn't talk too much about it, but like it's been all over the news about the whole betting scandals and the crackdown on the betting, and it makes fans second guess. Like, how can a team play this bad? How can a team? I think, are we trying to lose? Are there people who got money on the game?
Right.
The water boy got money in the game. Like, hey, I'm gonna put a tack in somebody's shoe. Like, what is going on? And it's something to where the only way that the Falcons players, the coaches, the organization is going to get people to stop, staying on their neck, because people aren't happy right now, is for us to win.
I'm not happy.
Michael Turner's not happy, guys. You don't want that. Ovie Mughelli's not happy. You don't want that.
We can have an excuse like, oh, it was just one game. It was this. It was. Maybe this is who we are. Maybe we just suck.
Ooh. Goodness.
Hey.
He said it.
Ain't nobody proved me otherwise.
He said it. And you know what? That's the thing to where, again, as a player, I'm like, yeah, we suck, because what happens in practice, you can play as great as you want to in practice. Right. If you don't play great during the game, during the 4 quarters, during the time when the lights are the brightest, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So yes, right now the Falcons suck. Right now we are not a good team. Right now we cannot compete with the best of the best. And that's the unfortunate, honest truth. But guess what? We can still change that. 3-4 doesn't mean we're dead. We're not finished. The season's not over. It feels like it because we're all very upset. But if we start today, this day, and change our future, change the way we practice, change the way that we hustle, change the effort we put in, change the attention to detail, change the way we coach, we can turn this around. But it's going to take everyone changing, because what they've been doing so far has not been working.
It's not been working at all. Like I said, and those teams that we so-called say good that we beat, maybe those teams not good. Maybe that part, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're not so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. Buffalo had a great game this week, but look, they beat up on Carolina. So I can't count that. But Carolina skunked.
Didn't the Patriots beat Buffalo, right?
The Patriots beat Buffalo.
Yeah, the Patriots that we're going to play, they beat Buffalo. Yeah. So I mean, the Patriots ain't going to be no chump. They ain't going to just let us walk through. If they beat Buffalo too, so I mean, we got to get out of here, Mike. But in closing, what are your final thoughts on this game, and how we can turn this thing around?
Final thoughts on this game. We're gonna learn who we really are in the next 2 weeks. Because we can easily be 3-6 in 2 weeks. We can easily be 3-6. We can easily be 3-6. easily, man. And that's something that's we cannot recover from because we got one game in November at home. We're on the road for a while now. So the rally of the troops, the come to Jesus meeting needs to happen right now.
Jesus.
That's all I got to say. Because right now we're not good, and I'm glad the media's they off us now because they was loving us up earlier.
It didn't help. It didn't help. Don't do it.
It didn't help.
Next time we win a game, y'all just act like we just average. Don't pass us up. Don't go out here and crown us kings of the kings of campus, kings of campus. No, you act like we are just a regular schmegular ordinary team because that didn't help. My final thoughts are simple. We got to be better, and it got to get personal. Because I went to high school. I went to Porter-Gaud High School, Charleston, South Carolina, and I was talking to these high school kids. I'm about to make a post on it. I spoke about just the love of the game and the appreciation of the sport and getting a chance to go out there and to hit and to catch and to run and to do it with your teammates. It sounds corny and cheesy, but that stuff means something. There is every single player that I know when they talk about what they miss, they talk about the brotherhood. They talk about being there on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. And I told them, like, these hands used to block Michael Strahan and the Ray Lewises and the biggest and the best. And these hands have been idle.
Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers. I used to play with and against and beat Hall of Famers. These hands. I said, these hands have not hit anybody in a decade plus. I said, I wish somebody would try me one of these days. I wonder what I can do with these hands. But if I can go back in college, in the NFL, I said, even in high school, here at Porter-Gaud High School, I would love to use these hands to play the game of football one more time. Y'all get a chance to do that tonight. Y'all get a chance to do that, right now. Y'all get a chance to go out and play with your brothers and to fight and the blood, sweat, and tears, all that stuff. Enjoy it, but do not leave anything, do not leave anything in doubt for you and your effort. Leave it all on the field. I said, leave it all on the field. You should be crawling off because you're so painful. And they took that. And Mike, guess what the score was at halftime for my Porter-Gaud Cyclones, the game I was at this past weekend? Guess the score.
34-0.
More.
Shut up. Really? Yeah. 45?
More.
56?
50-0. 50-0. Porter-Gaud Cyclones handle the business. Not saying it's me, but that may be the highest score we've ever had in our history. And it was when I gave the pregame speech. 50-0. But I say that because the same mentality these guys have to have, they got to find the love of the game. Because when they're not getting paid in high school, at least my high school, they didn't get paid. The NFL players, when you get paid, Mike, we've all seen it. There are certain players who coast, who get their money. It's more of a job. It's more of a, hey, this is just a career of mine where I do a thing and if I goes out well,
great. Take it for granted. They take it for granted. They take it for granted. A win is not guaranteed.
Nope.
You got to go out there and take it week in and week out. And that's all I got to say. We got to get out of here.
We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. Thank y'all.
A win is not guaranteed. Y'all fans, y'all tell us in the comments, like, what's the biggest problems? What's the biggest problems y'all see on this Falcons team? What is it not clicking with this Falcons team that y'all see? Because I can't figure it out. I see no effort out there. I don't know what this team is. We're not good. We're not good. We're just not good. We're not good.
All right, well, we need to get better. Let's go. Y'all Bleav in Falcons. Y'all still believe in the Falcons. It's hard. They're making it harder for us, but that's the job as a fan, to still believe in our team somehow, some way can turn it around. Now, if we lose the next 3-4 games, we're gonna change the name of the show, man, Mike, because I don't know what's going to happen. Falcons.
We're gonna
lose the next 3-4 games. We're gonna figure this ish out. So y'all watch, subscribe, like. Tell a friend because we're trying to grow this thing. And sorry for going long today. We just had a lot to talk about after this disappointing loss.
Ugly loss.
Ugly loss.
Worse than Carolina. Carolina. And let us know, do y'all feel like this loss is worse than Carolina?
It is. All right. We'll talk to y'all soon. Appreciate it.
All right.